Okay? You ready? You're awake? Put away distractions. Let's go. Writing inequalities from a graph. That's the title of this. These are the steps that I recommend. You don't have to follow them, right? But part of it will be, right, determine the slope. Where is the true region, or where is the solution? Is it dashed or is it solid? And then write your inequalities. Okay? Symbol will vary, of course. So that's kind of like the steps that I take, but you may differ. So let's go over and try this. So what I do if I'm asked to write inequalities, I go like this: y, and I look at this, and I look at the line, right? It's dashed, so that's something that I'm taking into account, dashed. And where's the solution? Don't worry about the shading. Where's the solution at, right? It's below the line, correct? Solution is below the line. So I've got this piece of information, I've got this piece of information. So that tells me that I have to go like this. That gets you a mark already. You're in the door, right? So now you need to figure out the rest here. So this will be, you need to figure out the slope, and you need to figure out the y-intercept in order to finish this. The y-intercept is, this is 0, 4 right here. It's hard to see. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to label it here. 0, 4, that is the y-intercept. So I know that I grab the number 4, and that's b. And my slope, I will try to make it easy enough for you to find. I know it's not always fair. So what I will tell you is, when you think you got your slope, make sure you can replicate the slope. Like you can find it one more time. You know what I mean? So let's say you scan the line and you find that it perfectly crosses right there. And I already gave it away. I put a dot there. Then you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know I'm going to rise 4, and I'm going to run 3. Can I just ask you one more time? Ask yourself, is it a positive or a negative slope? This is going up from left to right, so it should be a positive slope. Okay? And it's diagonal, so there is a slope. If it's a vertical, not happening, right? So then I have my slope. So now I can just go ahead and say, okay, this is 4/3 x plus 4, and you're done. Okay, so you plug that in there. You plug that in there. Can you replicate this? Can you find it again? And I tell students sometimes you have to go backwards. So how about we drop 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go back 3, 1, 2, 3. You land on the line again. So a slope of 4, 3, 4, 3 seems to fit this line. Okay, and then you know for sure you're on the right track. So now you're done. Let's do another one. I go y. It's a solid, and the true region is above the line. These are the two pieces that help me figure out the symbol. So I'm going to go greater than or equal to, because it's above. And let's find the slope and the intercept. This is the origin here, so this would be 0, -5. So if I have to find m and b, b is -5, right? That is given to me by the y-intercept. And the slope, let's see here. I'm going to scan the line. This is a point on the line, so I'm going to scan until I find where it crosses. That seems to be it. I'm going to keep scanning. I find another one there. So from point to point, there's a 2-unit drop, and 1, 2, 3, a 3-unit run. Okay? So this would be negative 2 over 3. So now you write your inequality. I'm going to highlight here a little bit. For some of you, it's been a while since you've seen this. So I'm just going to say, right, this is my rise, and this is the run. Same here. The run is there. That's the 3. And the rise is here. So that's, it's a rise of negative 2. So you're actually dropping. But in general, we always say rise over run when we talk slope. Okay? I just had an idea that I've never taught students. But you could do a linear regression. You only need 2 points for a linear regression. So if you find 2 points that are exactly on, you know the exact coordinates, you could type that into your L1 and L2, and then do a linear regression, and then come up with like that line, right? Okay, that's up for grabs if you need it. Let's go over 22. These are special cases. These are easy. Special cases, they're easy. Well, I should be careful what I say. Easy for you, Mr. Dirksen, right? I don't think so. What I do is when I have multiple lines, as I label, I call this inequality A, and I will call this inequality B, so I distinguish between them. And so if I want to find the inequality for A, this is a vertical line. Therefore, it will look something like this. Okay? So, X only, that's it. Where's the solution? Solution is to the right. Right? How about I use the true? I tend to just stick with true when I'm doing this. True is to the right, and it is a solid line. Okay, these are 2 things that I can gather from it. So that means that I have to go greater than or equal to. Okay? And then I have to figure out where does it cross the x-axis. And I just count, right? 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't know. It just happened. It just happened. So that means that this is 7 right there. And then you're good. So that is it. That is the inequality for this vertical line. That's it. For B, horizontal line, therefore y is equal to a number. And again, so it'll be y, I go dashed, or first of all, true is where? True is below the line. I know that because solution is labeled. And it's a dashed line. So that means that I have to go, you go to your study sheet and you're like, if true is below, then I have to go like this. And if it's dashed, I leave it like that. And now I just have to figure out where does it cross my y-axis. So I'm going to go 5 and 4 is 9. Okay, at 0, 9 this thing crosses, so it's negative 9 like that. And you've got your inequality. You know, to be honest, this is a lot of work for something as easy as that, but I'm just, this is for your notes, right? I don't expect you to write all of these things around it. I just expect you to be able to come up with it. Okay? Okay, let me catch a little break here, and I'm going to get you to go to the next question and come up with the inequalities for both of those scenarios. Label A, B, label them A and B, and then find the inequality for each one of them. How about we label the first one here A and the first one B, have them separately, come up with the inequality. So you need to find the y-intercept, you need to find the slope, and go with that, okay? So let's go back to 22 real quick. For inequality A, this is for your study sheet perhaps. For inequalities, guys, you only have 4 options. Right? Those are your only 4 options. When it's like this, the true region is below, right? If it's like this, the true region is above. That doesn't look very good. And these ones are just being solid lines, right? But kind of, that should help you out. And so for this one, I will just go Y. I look at the line. Above it is the solution, so I know it's going to go like this for sure. It's a dash, so I don't need to worry about the equal sign. You're done with the symbol. Now you just need to figure out your slope and your y-intercept. The y-intercept is 11. The slope.
Can I please have a custodian come to the office? A custodian to the office.
These ones are tricky, so when they're tricky, I'll give you another point. How's that? Okay. So you got to count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2, 4, 6, and 7 right there. Again. Right? So 5 and 7, but it is negative 5 over 7 because this line is slanting down. So negative 5 over 7x plus 11 is your inequality there. Okay? B. Y solution is below, right? True is below, and it is solid. That means I have to go like this. Okay? Then I have to find my slope. I think I gave you that one, right? 1 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3. That works out perfectly. So this is 1 and 3. Positive, because it's going up. And my intercept is what? 5 and 2, that's 7. Negative 7. Okay, so that's that. So here are my 2 inequalities. They're done. If you want more, try page 26 to 27. Has more of this type of graph, drawing, writing your inequality from the graph. Okay? I'm going to stop here.